In today's video, I wanted to show off a custom lockpick that I've been working on recently. Now, you may or may not know that I make a lot of custom lockpicks. These are made from scratch, so you start off with a block of wood, a sheet of steel, basic materials, and then everything is shaped from scratch. And you come up with these really pretty lockpicks. So this one here has got a cherry wood handle, and it's been shaped into this rather sexy little curve there. We've got a couple of brass tube pins holding it together, and it's a partial tang, which means that the steel doesn't go all the way down from the tip to the tail. It only goes partial just to that point there. Now, this one's got a rather interesting tip on it, as you can see there. So it's kind of a real long reach pick to get those high lift pins. The very tip on it is a rounded double half diamond tip, so you've got this little sort of bump on the top and a bump on the bottom, so you could sort of rake pins and set that way, or kind of go the other way. And it's also got this section here which is designed so that the pick doesn't go too far inside the lock, so it's almost like a stop there, so that you don't go too deep into the keyway, which is always going to be bad, isn't it? So I think what we'll do is we will try and pick a couple of locks with this new pick and see how it performs. First up, we're going to try picking this Abus 9040 battered padlock that I received on eBay recently. Didn't come with a key, this one, so I don't know the bit in, but let's see if our interesting profile can get him picked. So the first pin was binding, and we got a slight turn of the core. That tells us we've got to deal with some spool pins. I think that's pin 2 set, pin 4 set. Just feeling for counter rotation there. I think it's number 5. And we got this one picked. I think that little bump, the little half diamond on the tip there, really helped us to get that one open. I think it'd be criminal not to try this new fancy lockpick on an American 1100. They're quite iconic. So we'll put our top of the keyway in, get him adjusted right, and then we'll go in with that long reach shaft and see if we can't get this one open. The steel on this pick is 19 thousandths thick. I think it's a nice width, I think, for a pick like this. And it slips up in that keyway nice and freely. And we just need to, tickle some of that magic at the top, and hopefully we can get this lock open. I just felt a slight turn of the core there, so I think we are probably on some spool pins, and there we go. I think that was pin number 2, and we got this lock open. Since this is such an unusual pick, I thought we would pick an unusual lock with it. So what I've got here is a smiley dimple padlock. Now it does say top security on there, but I can promise you that this particular lock is very, very low security. But I just thought it'd be a little bit of fun to pick it open with this new profile. So I'll put this wire tensioner in there, and then we'll reach in, and I think I'm going to go in upside down, go crazy, why not? Feel for those pins and see if we can't pick this lock open. I felt a little bit of movement there, and I think just a little tickle of those pins, and there we go. We got that one picked as well.
I make my custom lock picks from scratch. I start with a block of wood or acrylic and a sheet of high yield 301 stainless steel. Each one is unique, each one is a labour of love, and each one is finished to a high standard. I don't sell them, but you can win one on one of my monthly Patreon giveaways. If you're interested in this, there's a link in the description of this video which will take you over to Patreon, and there you can sign up for a chance to win one.
3 locks defeated in no time with this rather unusual profile. I'm going to say that's a success. I've really enjoyed making this and picking with it. It's a lot of fun. I'm really childish. Now, I'm not the originator of tips like this. This one here, which is commercially available from customlockpicks.com, the original dick pic as far as I know, has been available for a few years. The shaft is a lot smaller than mine, but apparently it's not about the size of the tool, it's what you do with it, or at least that's what I tell my wife. Now, this one was designed by Coccolitos. I believe that's the name of the original designer of that profile, and yeah, he can take credit for the comedy value for that one. I saw a post recently from Lockpicking Dev, and he made ones that were very similar to this, a lot longer. and put them in some rather interesting handles as well. They're available to buy over on Instagram, I believe, so contact Lockpicking Dev over there if you want something longer than the original dick pic. Anyway, thanks for watching today. Just a little bit of fun for you. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.